No one saw this coming. If at all you were told that he was going to be loaned, you would have said, all right, I see it coming. But selling him is one of the things that have gone ahead to hit this sports fraternity hard, especially the fans of Man United that will recall the words of Erik Ten Hag when he came in through at the club of Man United. He recommended him as the best passer of the ball at Man United. That is Zidane Iqbal. Today, David Austin has gone ahead to drop a boom of United selling Zidane Iqbal to Utrecht in there for you. And remember, it's a permanent deal, not a loan. We are going to dive a little bit into that and obviously tell you what we expect about the deal, and we pick out the bonds as you know how we do it. It's not the only exit story we are talking about. Harry Maguire exiting United, Fred, Anton Martial, Donny van Beek, Scott McTominay, the list is endless. You can call this the Exodus episode because we are not going to talk about those coming in. It's all about those leaving the club of Man United. And obviously Zidane Iqbal has become the first player to hit the exit door of Man United permanently. Smash the like button, comment and share. If you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rock and David is my name, and always we are always here to bring you the latest news and information as far as the transfers are really concerned. It's really slow on the side of Man United. Not so much news in for United, but we bear with it and obviously have to bring you what we have. Don't forget to subscribe because we want to hit 14,000 subscribers. Now this evening, it's David Austin breaking the story, that exclusive. Man United have accepted an offer from FC Utrecht to sign Zidane Iqbal on a permanent transfer deal for the 20-year-old midfielder worth up to €1 million plus significant sell on clause for United. Medical done, set to join on a 4-year contract. That is David Austin via The Athletic. Now, I did a story was it yesterday or 2 days back, with a story coming in from Iraq Extra reporting to us that Zidane Iqbal is going to be loaned to the Netherlands. I was so much excited about a loan and I never saw this permanent deal coming in through. But it shows you that Erik Ten Hag has gone ahead to assess him and is not yet ready to feature into the starting 11 of Man United, and he doesn't believe that giving him a loan spell in a championship where teams like Middlesbrough are interested in him is going to help. So he believes that selling him to Utrecht is one of the best things that can happen to the career of Zidane Iqbal. And this is where I support Erik Ten Hag, that you need to send him to the right destination, that you are so much assured of his football improvement. Because if you're talking about talent, it's undoubted. He's been one of the best midfielders. You saw him in the preseason, and sending him to Utrecht is really so much defendable. Why? He played at Utrecht as a player between 1995 to 1997. That is Erik Ten Hag. He then managed them from 2015 to 2017. That is Erik Ten Hag. So he knows exactly how everything happens at Utrecht. He knows what business is done there and how Zidane Iqbal is going to be improved as a player. But €1 million, obviously, plus what we call a sell percentage that is really significant, meaning that United might be having close to a 30% sell clause. If they sell this player to a team, United will get in more amount of money. And I think they've gone ahead to do it because they believe that Zidane Iqbal is going to really hit the ground running that side and obviously become one of those best passing midfielders in Utrecht. And Utrecht showing interest in the player is really so much important, and I think it's backed with Erik Ten Hag that this player is really talented. He believes at the age of 20, if he can spend 2 seasons in the Eredivisie, he might see himself elevate to the levels that no one even thought he could become. This is the player that Ten Hag referred to as the best passer of the ball at Carrington when he came in through, and as it stands, the levels that the game demand for cannot be matched by Zidane Iqbal. And these are things that you're supposed to do for a 20-year-old player, if at all you know exactly what you are calling in for and what your club is meant. Sell him. The good thing is he has not gone in for free like Paul Ebile Pogba, because for Pogba's case, he went away as a free agent at the age of 16 and he went to Juventus. But this time around, we are getting some money from him, and if at all they happen to sell him, we'll get a significant fee onto the deal of Zidane Iqbal. So as it stands, Iqbal has been sold. Medical done. He's going to go ahead and play in the Eredivisie, and I think another extra task has been given to me to really monitor him on how he's going to be playing that side. But he's going to improve better, that's it, because Eredivisie is known for having players debut at the age of 16, 17. That's it. So I think that's the best destination for him. Ten Hag has sat him down and told him this is what is going to be the best for your career. And I think Zidane Iqbal has gone ahead to best understand it, as it is said the eye of the old sees better than the eye of the young. And remember, Ten Hag has a very good connection with Zidane Iqbal, because Zidane Iqbal signed what we call the Sage agency that also manages Erik Ten Hag. And it shows you that the Ten Hag and the agency have sat and obviously found the best option for this player. But I know what is really hitting up in the chests of United fans. Why is it Zidane Iqbal the first to leave? United fans want big fish to leave. They want big money to come in through from other clubs to Man United, and they were anticipative of players like Harry Maguire quitting fast. But why is Zidane Iqbal? All right, I have your answers. It looks like Zidane Iqbal has been the commence of the huge exodus of players that are going to leave Man United. And today we've had a story coming in from Jason Bart, and it's from the Telegraph. He has gone ahead and retold us the following about the exits of the players. First player to be talked about is Fred Rodriguez. Fulham are interested in signing Fred. United want £20 million, more than Fulham are willing to pay, but hope a compromise can be found. Fred, who will not be offered a new contract at Man United, is reportedly open to joining Fulham and working under Marco Silva. It was reported after our last game of the season that Marco Silva ran to the parking lot of Man United and talked to Fred and told him, I want you at my club, that is Fulham. Looks like Fred was so much great for that opportunity, as we all know that he's a player who is really inconsistent at a level of Man United. You might see him going to Fulham and pick up consistency, but at the level of Man United and the rate at which we demand consistency, he cannot meet it. £20 million being called in by Man United. Fulham wants to pay less, but remember, the player is left with 1 year on his contract, and this is where the problem of United always arises. If they want to give us £15 million, let's get it, and let's gather as much money as we are supposed to collect for these deals. As I told you in the morning, that if we cannot get 30 from Dean Henderson, let's get 25. Add on the 15 from Fred, that is £40 million. Add on the 30 coming in from Scott McTominay, that is 75. Add on the 40 from Maguire, £115 million. Add on maybe the 20 of Danny Van Beek, 140, right? Add on the £1 million with Zidane Iqbal, 141. There is Brandon Williams, Eric Bay, £2 million. So we can find ourselves raising close to £170 million when we add it to the 100, and when we add the 100 net available at the club of Man United to spend, that will take us to that level. But Fred is one of those players that you like because of his intensity, but in the modern game, intensity enough doesn't work. What works is your intensity and your will to run, to run or put your body on the line every time the manager calls upon you to do the job. That is it. So as it stands for me, it's obviously something interesting that Fred is going to be sold. I want him out. If we are getting in Rabiot on a free, Fred has been earning £140,000 a week. That means you've gotten in a player on a free and you're adding £6 million more onto the salary of Fred. That is £200,000. And remember, in the financial fair play, you would have gone ahead to dislodge one player and got a player on a free, and you're paying him £200,000 a week, which is great. So, to me, as it stands, it's good to see Fred getting out of the club of Man United. Let him go to Fulham. He's going to find a very conducive environment of his fellow Brazilians, Vinicius Jr. So there is Vinicius, there is a Willian, there is Andres Pereira. It's going to be a very conducive environment for him there at the side of Fulham. So let's wait and see how that pans out. But Fred has been put up for sale by Man United. Then Rob Dawson has gone ahead and really thrown in. Before you go to Rob Dawson, let's get done with this entire exit list of Jason Butt of the Telegraph. He goes ahead to say, Man United are hoping to sell Harry Maguire, although he could stay, but is unlikely to be first choice. Martial and are willing to listen to offers for Anthony Elanga. There is also hope that Erik Bay, who has been on loan at Marseille, and Telles, who has been at Sevilla, will be sold. So, for me, whatever comes in through, I want these players sold. People, I like Martial a lot, but I told you, when he got an injury towards the finale, you know what my call was. I called for his immediate sell. So, when you look at the list of United players we're going to sell, it's really huge. That even Rob Dawson has gone ahead and really hit on it. And Rob Dawson is a correspondent of United for the ESPN. He has said Manchester United are open to offers for a number of first-team players, including Harry Maguire, Fred, Anton Martial, Scott McTominay, Donny van de Beek, Anthony Elanga, Erik Bay, Alex Telles, Brandon Williams, and Dean Henderson. When you look at this list that's going to put up, Harry Maguire 1, Fred 2, Martial 3, Scott McTominay 4, Danny Bink 5, Anthony Elanga 6, Bay 7, Telles 8, Brandon Williams 9, Dean Henderson 10. Now, if you had to look at those 10 players, if we sell them early enough, we can gather some good amount of money. Harry Maguire, £40 million. Fred, 15. That is 55. Anton Martial, like 25. 25, 30. That is £75 million. No, that is £85 million. Scott McTominay, 30. £115 million. Donny van Beek, 20. £135 million. Let's call it 140 because he can go for 25. Anthony Elanga, £10 million. £150 million. Erik Bay, £2 million. 100 and is it 52? Telles, like 5, 160. Then Brandon Williams, if you can get like 5, 165. And then Dean Henderson, £25 million, £190 million. Now, you see how that exodus can create a lot of money for Erik ten Hag to spend. That exodus can provide us with close to £100 million plus, because others can come in as bonuses, So, let's do this. Sell these players. I hope the exit of Zidane Iqbal is going to be the commence of a huge exodus of these players. Then we get in the players that we want as Man United. So guys, thank you very much for watching through. Smash the like button, comment, share. Tell me your thoughts about Zidane Iqbal sold, confirmed by David Austin, Harry Maguire, Fred next on the selling list, and so on and so forth. Amongst all those that we've listed, who don't you want to be sold? Rock and David remains my name. I sign out for now. See you later, and I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I'm a living true God, protect you abundantly. I'm out. Bye bye.